it.
All right.
You
All
already know
right.
what it is. Live,
All right.
uncut.
This is where we
Tell the truth
and what?
and shame the devil. I love being black. I love being black. I love being black. Yes, I do. 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 All right, people, we're still in Black History Month. 365 days a year for myself. I tell you, I tell you, we got some hot topic tonight. We talked about it earlier today on the radio station on Soul 106.3 on the Early and Tia show today. And this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful story. I think that you could see it both ways. And I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in. And I appreciate you guys for coming in tonight. We know it's late, but it's on, it's on, it's on, it's on, it's on tonight. It's on tonight. I tell you. D in the house. All the way from Texas in the house. What's up, D? What's going on, man? JD, what's up, bro? Keena Nicole, what's up? Keena Nicole, I see you. I see you. Sheila Rogers, what's up, Sheila from Seattle, Washington? What's up? What's going on? Denise Blunt. Hello, Martin. How are you, Miss Denise? All right. Miss Beasley, Virginia Beasley. I bought 2 Beyonce tickets, did not pay a lot for them. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Val, what's up, Val? I see you, Val. Mika Jeffries, I see you. I see you. I see you. I love that show earlier. Me too. Peace, my brother. Peace. Peace. All right, brother. Khalid, I see you. Steve, what's going on, bro? South Holland's in the house. Listening from Rogers Park. Yeah, I heard you on 106.3 earlier. Been listening to the station ever since AC Green show. Okay. Wonderful. All right, people. What up? Duran, I think that's pronounced. Thornton. What up, Martin? What up? What up? Tiffany, what's up, Tiffany? Tiffany, I'm surprised at you. I am so surprised at you, Tiffany. I didn't know you talked like that last night. You took me for a storm. And what I mean by that swearing. You gotta watch that swearing, especially when you talk about black sisters. All right. All right. Sherry Brown. She's crazy, charging up too much to the game. Bad. Okay. All right. Lisa Campbell, what's going on? All right. Maurice Evans, we are talking about Prince or the 12-inch tonight. My goodness, my God. You done went deep, Maurice. You done went deep. What's up, Nathan? Joliet in the house. What's going on? Sheila, is that Sheila Freeman? Yes. What's up, Miss Freeman? All right. Monique. Hey, Martin. How you doing, McCoy? Miss McCoy? I see you. I see you. Tatted up. Poo. Uncle Martin. Here I am. Here I am. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Miss Sophia Young, what's going on, Sophia? What's going on? I see you. I see you. I see you. Greetings, family. All right. Judy Greenfield, how are you? South side of Chicago. I see you. I see you. I see you. Vicky, what's up, Vicky? I see you. Vicky Gavin, I see you. Tiffany, yeah, Tiffany, you was cussing up a storm last night. Just calling black women BICTHs. I didn't like that, Tiffany. That was, you gave good information. Good information. But we got to be careful. We cannot let our good be evil. Spoken of, Tiffany. We got to watch our language. I ain't mad at you, but I didn't appreciate that. All right. All right. Trigger, what's up? Get a job instead of starting problems, you bomb. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. I don't know what that means, but we're going to ignore it. Hey, good night, Martin. I know it will be a great show. Yes, it will. Thank you for just stopping in, Monica. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to have haters. All right. Living in Georgia, but raised off the 290. All right, Brother Thornton. All right. All right. I see you. All right. I see you. I see you. I see you. Walker said, Milan Walker. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Vicky Lowe. What's up, Vicky? Tony Grayson. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Muhammad. What's up? What up, though? What up, though? All right. I see another Tiffany what was it? Rosado. I hope I pronounced that right. Frida Brandon. What's going on? Cassandra Clark. What's going on? Nathan. What's going on? Yeah. Nathan, what's going on? Oh, BT, B News Media, what's up? D Ross, what's up? What's up? What's going on? It's live, uncut, unedited, people. I appreciate every last one of y'all coming on here tonight. And hey, listen, I appreciate the haters coming on here too. They ain't doing it but making up my ratings. My ratings go up higher. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Keep coming on in, my trolls. My trolls, you make my ratings going up. Okay, good. All right. Good. I appreciate it. All right. Who else we got on here? I see Valerie Rains. What's going on? John, what's up, John? Bing me. What's up, man? Vote Lori back in. Okay, that's your choice. All right. Cherokee Red, what's going on? Troy Owens, what's going on? Andrew Williams, what's up, Andrew? Dawn Winter, Justice for Kanika Martin, murdered in Rosemont, Illinois, in Crown Plaza. Most definitely, justice for Kanika. And y'all see that the crime chaser was before Kanika. You know, some people came up off Kanika. Chris Moore, what's going on? All right, Steven, what's going on? Katie Brown, what's going on? Valerie Rains, what's going on? Mother Diva, I need you to call in tonight. All right, Kanika Rogers, what's going on? I see you. Deborah Singleton, what's up, Deborah? Crystal Knight Hunter, what's up, Crystal? I see you. Summer Ann, what's going on? I see you. My buddy Reginald Moore, what's up, Reggie? Man, I appreciate you so much, brother. You've been a brother to me. You've been a brother to me, I tell you. All right. Missing Kiara Joseph Cole. Yes. I'm probably going to post something about Kiara tomorrow. All right. What's up, Anita Whitehead? What's going on? All right. Alicia Modesta Otis. Alicia Harris. All right, Miss Harris. All right. Deborah Hicks. Don Winters. All right, Kennard, the DJ. What's going on, bro? I see you. We're going to roll with these little few people we got. And this is what I got for y'all. Please pay attention. Please pay attention now. Please pay attention. We're going to talk about a little clip I talked earlier. Listen up.
Come on now. We agreed not to spend money on entertainment until we have enough for our house. We've been saving for 10 months. Can't do it, babe. Sorry. What? She said, I'm begging you. Okay, listen. She doesn't do concerts often. This is once in a lifetime thing. This will really make me happy, babe. Please. This gonna make me happy, Jerome. Please.
All right. Let me tell you what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about a couple, male and a female. And I believe that they were engaged and they have been saving for at least 10 months, according to the information that I have, for their dream house. So when they get married. So the young lady, she decides not to, she wants to go to a concert and she wants to dip into the kitty. And her fiance said no, but she was like, well, baby, you don't have to give me a Valentine's gift or a birthday gift. I want some Beyonce tickets for us. And he said, no, that's not the agreement that we had. Well, she said this. She told him, well, the money that I put in, which is about $1,000, I want to use my money toward these Beyonce tickets. So now, after she decided to take her money down, which was only $700, they've been saving for 10 months for their dream house. So when they get married, they'll be able to get their dream house. Well, so the gentleman, he calls the engagement off. He quits her. He breaks up with her. Now, was he right or was he wrong? All right. 872-299-0808. Come on in, 872-299-0808. Again, 872-297-6389. This is live, uncut, unedited. All right, we're going to play a little bit of it again, people. And I want you guys to call in. Call in now. Call in. Call in. Call in, people. I need you guys to call in.
Please give the guys a. So he says this.
Listen.
You told me last year an engagement would make you really happy.
And
I did that.
Uh-huh.
Then you said a house will really make you happy. We make a deal to not waste money on stuff like that. Her ticket starts at $600 for nosebleed without taxes and fees. We cannot do it. Once we get this house, we can have fun. Please just stay focused. Okay, this is the us, baby. I'm looking out for us, our team, our family, our dream. Save the Black family. All right. So that's how he feeling about it. So Keisha said, so it's a no. When the tickets go on sale, they won't last long, nigga.
Listen. All right, what's up? What's up? What's going on?
Never-ending renovation.
What's going on? What's going on, Arthur? Arthur, what's going on? Clarity Jones, what's going on? I see you. He dodged the bullet. All right, come on, call in, people. Call on. Another topic, please. This is call in. Well, this is my show, and if this is not the show for you, you know you can exit the live. I appreciate you tuning in, but this is my show, and this is what we want to talk about today. All right? All right. No disrespect or anything to anybody. I just want to say, who really cares that they are dealt so many other problems in their world? Yes, it is. Many other problems. Yes, it is. All right. All right. I got several callers calling in. Again, if you don't like this live, you can exit this live right now. Don't hurt your ears. All you have to do is just, well, Martin, I know you, I love you, but this subject is not for me. And I understand. I have no problem with that. But this is my page. This is my platform. And I do as I please. All right. Who's that humming their voice? Let me know they on here. Who is that? Coming on here, 3248. Making all that noise on here.
Hey, I'm not making any noise. What's going on, Martin? This is Roosevelt.
Hey, Roosevelt. What's going on, Roosevelt?
Oh, fine. How about you all?
You know what we're talking about tonight, right?
Yeah. I mean, I heard the little video clip and everything that you played.
Uh-huh. So what are your thoughts,
I
Mr.
kind of wanted to
Roosevelt?
give my thoughts.
Well, let me hear him, Mr.
I
Roosevelt.
would just say, I would just say that it seems like, according to, my interpretation of what was said, that, the guy, anytime, she asked him for something, would go and just, do it and everything until it just got too much, I think, in the end. I mean, sometimes, what women sometimes ask of us men is just like, one thing after another, and it doesn't seem like they're ever satisfied. It's just like, we do one thing, then all of a sudden there's something else that they want, then there's something else that they want, there's something else that they want. It just never stops. And, you keep on spending this kind of money over frivolous things, and he is wanting a home for him and his family. So how would you ever have this home if you keep spending the money on frivolous things? So I think the lesson in this thing, if I'm interpreting this video the right way, is to, try to save up money in what is going on for the things that really count for the future instead of little temporary thrills. Because once you get like the real good stuff, then the stuff that you're supposed to do anyway, out of the way first, then there's plenty of time to do all of the other stuff. But I think that because I think, I'm single, but I think if I was getting married, wouldn't be spending money on this and money on that and everything. Whatever kind of little money that we spent or we put together or something, that would be for our future or for our home. I think that would count much more than just some Beyonce tickets at $600. $600? Are you kidding me?
Okay. Hold it right there, Mr. Roosevelt. All right, next caller.
Thank you.
0291. You're live, uncut, unedited with your boy, a.k.a. Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser. What's up? What's going on, caller?
Hi, Martin.
Hey.
Hi, Martin. It's Mother.
Hey, Mama Diva. Come on, talk. I'm glad you called in, girl. I like to hear your voice. All right. We don't agree all the time, but we love each other.
So
but we love each other. Come on.
Right. Well, I said you wanted me to call in, so so here is my take on this.
Okay.
I think that it was very important that they all had tried to maybe explore other options because, first of all, I have to say this because there have been a lot of reports of Beyonce tickets that are in the several hundreds and several $1,000s. And I just want people to know, because I work in the entertainment industry, a lot of those tickets that are for sale are resale tickets. Those are kind of like ticket scalpers who are reselling them and jacking up the prices. And that's why Beyonce purposely had a special website set up to where you could go and get on the list for when her tickets actually become available for sale. So, hopefully people are doing their research and not just believing what's out there on the internet. Because you can get taken. There are a lot of people who take advantage of these opportunities. Now, as far as the couple that were engaged to be married and the gentleman was trying to save money with his fiance for their the way I feel about this is kind of similar to what the caller said prior to me calling in. They made an agreement that they save this money for their home. Now, true enough, half of that money or whatever the young lady puts in, it is her money, but they made an agreement is the covenant that they confess to each other to build a future. And by her wanting to take her half from it, she's breaking the agreement. However, it is her money, but I think that they should have really explored other options. Maybe she could work some extra hours, or she could have gotten a second job. I mean, I think that there are other things that she could have done to raise money to get what she really wanted. I mean, she just wanted to go see her in concert. I mean, yes, I understand that she doesn't do concerts and she hasn't done a concert in years, and people really want to go and see. And I get all that, but I'm going to tell you this right now. to everybody that's listening, there are going to be so many people at these concerts with camera phones. You're going to be able to see a whole lot of this concert on the internet unless you can't bring the phone in there. And I really seriously doubt if they decide to stop people from bringing phones in. I mean, her concert at Dubai was more semi-private, and there were people who did sneak things in there. But if you noticed about the concert in Dubai, you saw bits and pieces of the same thing. You didn't see a whole lot because they were very strict, and that was a different dynamic. But these concerts today, folks are bringing in camera phones. You're going to be able to see a whole lot of stuff. And it really breaks my heart, Martin, to see a couple that were together all this time to break up over something like this. It's not worth it. You know, and I really hope that they can work this out because that's just kind of sad. And I understand that the young lady really wants to see Beyonce and I get that, but your relationship should be number one. And here's the question that nobody's probably thinking about. If the situation was reversed, would Beyonce, with her relationship, with her fiance, her husband, to come see you? You got to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
All these people running after these celebrities, would a celebrity do the same thing that you would do?
Mm.
You know, you got to think about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question, Mama Diva. Do you think the gentleman made the right decision by calling it off?
I think he acted in hate. I can't say that he made the right decision in the moment. I think that he should have taken some time to reflect on their relationship and maybe wrote down the pros and cons, because he might have been emotional. When you make decisions based on emotion and not logic, you can end up doing something that you regret.
Okay.
I think it's not that I don't think he made the wrong decision. I just think his timing, he needs to let this simmer and really seriously think about it, because this could be a blessing in disguise. He may not be the one for him, or he can literally be losing the love of his life. And we don't have a lot of the details. We don't have a lot of the background on these two, how long they've been together. Would they have any children? It's a lot. There's other factors here with this case.
Okay, hold it right there. Hold it right there, Mr. Roosevelt. Martin Johnson here. Mr. Roosevelt.
No, I know you're there. You're always there.
All right, all right. Do you think this gentleman made the right decision by calling off, breaking up with her?
Well, I think, from my opinion, I think I'm a little bit halfway torn on that question, because I might have to agree maybe with Mama Diva on this one too. Because I think at one time or another, I feel that all of us have done it. Maybe one day, if this is a whole different, topic, but maybe one day, I can come on your show and talk about this. I made a decision, or had to make a decision last year, and I feel, looking back on it now, maybe it was out of emotion, but sort of, for lack of a better expression, paying the price for it now. So sometimes I just think that some of us, whenever we get into a situation, we just get upset. And whenever we're upset, sometimes you can make a snap decision. But if you would take time, I guess, to, first of all, I would have to also say, pray about it before you make that decision. And I'm also learning, sometimes the best time not to make a decision is when you're upset at that particular moment, because, these kind of things could be worked out. But I can, understand a little bit like where that comes from, because I think that I would be upset too if, somebody wanted to insist on spending this kind of money on just something just for one night, or, just one day after I done everything that you ever asked me to do. And I guess that's the problem with relationships. I know that I'm single. I talked about it the other night and everything, when I was on your show. But maybe at the same time, I'm walking down Blessing Boulevard because it just doesn't seem like people, you do one thing and suddenly they just want more and more and more and more, and not the stuff that really, really counts. He's talking about buying a home and saving up for the future. But at the same time, I can understand maybe he just made a rash decision. So I don't know if he could, or maybe regretted it like later on the next day or something. But sometimes, you make that kind of decision, it's hard to maybe come back from it. I don't know.
Okay, hold it right there, Roosevelt. Hey, I need another caller. 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808. And first, I'll give you guys my opinion, which don't matter. But I was like, he did the right thing. Then I recanted my thought. I said, you know what? Maybe he should have worked it out and, and got some counseling or something with that. And now that you guys have brought up something about his emotions, which he probably acted out emotion, I've been upset too as well. But she must be a young woman or something. She's probably never been to a concert or something for her to be that desperate to take money out that what you guys are trying to build. Home is before tickets, concert tickets. So I got another call. Look at here. I got another caller, y'all. Another caller. Hey, caller. Hey. I want to see what this person have to say. All right, caller. You're live, uncut, unedited, 8092. You're live. I'd like to hear from you.
Hey, what's going on, brother Martin, man? What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
I'm just chiming in, man. I'm looking at it like, and no disrespect to Beyonce. Everybody loves Beyonce. My mama love her. Beautiful woman. Now, in a guy's perspective, if I was to tell my wife, hey, I want to invest my money into this, and like I took half of the money that we both are saving and I wanted to invest it. Or let's just say it was another rapper or somebody, right? How would it play out if it was a guy doing this type of stuff?
Well, now hold on, brother. Let's stick to the point now. We don't want to flip the script right now. I understand what you're saying.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. But let's stick to the point. The problem is she said she wanted out. She wanted her money. She wanted her money. She got her money. And she, instead of, now take in mind that they've been saving for 10 months, according to what I've been told. So she was all in until this concert came up. So she sacrificed something. She said, well, hey, you don't have to give me nothing for Valentine's Day. So the money that you was going to spend on Valentine's Day and my birthday, you don't have to, you don't have to do anything for me those 2 days. So she did give a thought. Now, I know we're going to celebrate my birthday. I know you're going to give me some on Valentine's Day. You don't have to do that. So this is what I want. That's what she wanted. She wanted those tickets. And they
and them tickets is expensive, man. I don't think it's worth it. I think the house is more important than
me too.
A house would be an amazing birthday gift. Yeah. Maybe I can't get these tickets right now, but in a couple months, let me give you a key to a brand new house,
Yeah, that makes sense. And maybe Mother Diva can help me with this one too. More likely when people a couple get married, normally if the man is financially stable, he probably would buy the house anyway. It's both of theirs anyway. But they was trying to build something together, and they wasn't married, to my knowledge. They just engaged to get married. So he bailed out. A lot of marriage, a lot of couples, they have problems when it comes to money. It's like, how we do when we get some money, when we broke, we got 1,001 things that we want to do. But when that money get in our hand, it's a different story. A lot of us, not all of us.
Everything.
Not all of us, but a lot.
You know what, Martin? That actually, if you do some research, that's actually the number one reason why marriage break up over the last about 10 or 15 years. It wasn't even most people. It wasn't with finance. Okay, and this is a perfect example of a couple that hasn't even gone to get married. They're just engaged, and they're already breaking up over something financial because it's not like $60 to $30.
Right.
I mean, they're kind of pricey. Even if you go to her website and get on the wait list, those tickets are kind of pricey. They're not as much as the people who scam and folks. But to see her is kind of pricey, and it's seeing her shows. But I mean, Beyonce takes you on a journey. She puts a lot into her production. Her productions are very intricate and extraordinary, and that's what makes her the artist that she is today. But at the same time, we also have to have our priorities in order.
Yes.
And this young lady, if she really wants to, and I get that she told her fiance, look, I'm willing to sacrifice Valentine's Day. I'm willing to sacrifice my birthday. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, to try to figure out how we can move money around and get these concerts. I get that. I mean, she was being creative enough to think, I know what I've already, what he already had planned, and I'm trying to help him save whatever he's going to do. But you also have to look at it from his perspective. In his mind, maybe he feels like it's just the beginning of, her breaking agreements with him. And he might be afraid. Like I said, I think acted in haste, but I also feel that he may have had a good reason. And the way she's looking at it is, this is a once in a lifetime entertainer, and I think we don't know when she's going to do another concert. I just want to experience this. So, it's kind of rough. But my thing is this. I'm the kind of woman, I'm not going to put my man through a whole lot of trouble for some stuff that I want to do. I'm going to go, I'm going to bake some cookies, sell some cake, whatever, car wash. I'm going to go get the money, to buy my own ticket to go and not mess with what we were planning. Now, someone also posted on your page, Martin, that they could have said, look, let me take my half and go on and get these tickets, and I promise you, baby, I'll replace the money. I mean, I think that there were ways that this could have been worked out without them breaking up. I don't think either one of them explored and exhausted all of their options.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, because at first I was gun-ho. I got rid of it. Then I thought about it. I was like, hold on. Wait a minute. I was like, I don't know about that. Even though they had agreements can be broken. And, it's something. And she wanted tickets with an S. She had him in mind too to go. But he was willing to keep the sacrifice going. We're not going to spend no money, unnecessary money, especially on these high tickets, and we're saving for a house. And she couldn't see that far.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't see it. She wanted what she wanted. But also, as we said earlier, you don't have to give me anything for Valentine, because that day some money was going to be spent, and on her birthday. So she did make some sacrifices, even though they had agreement. But she was willing to sacrifice Valentine's Day and her birthday from not getting any gifts or money, whatever. Hey, that's me. It's I don't know. We had to talk it over. We had to get some help. That's me personally.
Well, I think, Martin, let me say this. I think that if she had went and put his money, his part of it, and the tickets, then yeah, I think that would have been warranted. But even though they had an agreement, and I do feel that agreements should not be broken, it was still her personal money. It was her money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she risked that. I mean, there's always going to be a risk, when you in a relationship. The question is Beyonce worth you losing your man? Because for me, it's not. I would find a way to work that out. I'm not going to lose my man over anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just now. Maybe when I was a teenager, I would have kicked you to the curb for Michael Jackson. But I did tell my boyfriend. I said that he's the only man I ever leave you for. I was 17. I'm 52 now. So it's like, as you get older, you realize, where are your priorities? Like someone posted on your page. You have to look at the priorities. But look, let me tell you something, Martin. People are creative. There are ways that she could have made this work. She could have went and did something else to get money and still had that money in the account and still had her man. I have seen people go to concerts, tell stories about how they sold this, they had a garage, and they did all kind of stuff just to get them concert tickets, and they sleep it out there a week before the concert. If you really want to do something, you know how to do it.
All right. Hold it right there, Mama. We got a new caller. Area code 702. 702. What's going on, caller? Where you calling from? Hey, caller.
Las Vegas. My name is Sister Rosado.
All right. Las Vegas in the house. How did you know about the crime chaser? I'm curious.
Well, I lived in Chicago because Chicago is my hometown.
Okay.
I've been following you since, I think, 2017.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time I've been following you.
What's your name again? You want to
Tiffany Rosado.
Okay. All right. All right. Come on, sister. Talk to us. What's your opinion on this thing? Talk to me.
I don't agree with her because the Beyonce ticket is a lot of money. Like, if she's married, like when you're married, you're supposed to compromise, yes. But the Beyonce tickets could wait. I mean, if you need the house for one, you need to pay your bills. That's a priority for one. You're just making them richer. That's all it is to it. And if you can't afford it, you shouldn't go. And in my opinion, I have never been to a Beyonce concert, and I would never spend that much for a Beyonce concert.
So do you think the gentleman was wrong for breaking up with her, or do you think that she was wrong that she should have never asked for money? What's your take on?
I just think that it should have came to some type of conclusion, like, okay, did she have half of the money or something? They could have went half and half. She wanted something. If she had bills to pay and stuff, that's a more priority than the concert. And for breaking up with her, it depends on the situation. Like, did they talk out everything? How did it go? Or was they yelling? And then he just said, fuck it, and just said, I'm sorry.
Oh,
he said, forget it. And then he just broke up, and then he left her alone. I mean, it depends on, I don't know the situation. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they was talking and everything and how everything went down. I just know that if I was him, I would have left her if she was screaming and hollering. All she cared about was Beyonce and didn't care about their relationship. And it's supposed to be, y'all supposed to work together. So I think that's a good thing, because if they would have got married and then a bankrupt because she's doing stupid stuff like that and not making the right decisions, I think he did the right thing.
Now, can you agree with this? Can you agree with me on this? Now, if where the woman is weak at, the husband should be strong, and where the husband is weak at, the woman, vice versa. So my point is, it seems like he's more mature than handling business, sticking to his word and all that. So he felt, he's
more mature in what he's doing. And she was like more like not understanding. So basically she just thought like she's not thinking with her head. She just basically, I want to go here, I want to go there, but not thinking that once you spend that money and you really need to do something, you ain't gonna have no money because you spent it on Beyonce tickets.
Mm-hmm. Because they came up, they had an agreement. She asked for an engagement. He gave her that. She asked for a house. He promised her that, with both of them working on it. They both names are going to be on it. So he gave her everything that she asked for, but she couldn't keep her end to stay in the commitment first, keeping the money in the thing. But she wanted to pull out of the building process. So, it's hard to find men that's willing to build. Some men want to come in a situation that is already there. They want it already there, so. And she's gonna miss out. I think she's gonna miss out. You know, I think he should have handled it another way.
He is mess up because he was a good man. He basically got her a house. He basically is willing to build with her, and she threw all that away for some tickets. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. So she must have been a young woman. She had to be young. I don't know her age or something, but that is a young mentality there. You're dreaming. You're working
really
toward.
is. I mean, you do have some women that's older that act the same way. It just depends on what their age is and how they act. If they if they're not mature enough, of course they're gonna act that way.
All right, I got another caller, people. Just give me a minute and let them come on in. And let me Roosevelt, while the other caller is coming in, let me ask you a question,
sir.
Roosevelt. So how would you have handled this situation? I'm gonna give you a minute. How would you handle this situation if it was you in this situation?
Well, I just think of something like the young lady before me said. You know, it depends on like the situation because we don't know everything that went behind it. We don't know if he just broke up with her.
Roosevelt,
whether they were arguing.
How would you handle this situation?
So,
you, not what the other lady said.
Like I said, no, I'm saying it depends on like the energy that I was getting from the person. Now she's just yelling and screaming at me and not willing to work with me and everything. Then hey, I could just say screw it and call you a schmuck and tell you to go. I'm not going to say that, but just tell you to go someplace and be done. But you know, if it's somebody who we can talk about it, or we can try to compromise on something and try to work together. I don't think if you can work with me and not against me, I don't think that I would have been so fast to go break up or something. But if you start yelling at me and you're not willing to hear the other side and all that other kind of stuff, okay, I can just throw up my hands and just walk away and just forget it.
Hold it right there. Hey, new caller 0123 caller, where you calling from? Hey, my brother.
What's up, brother Martin? How you doing?
All right, you've been listening in.
I missed your last couple. Yeah, I've been listening, man. I missed your last couple shows. Well, let me just say this real quick.
Hold on. Let me say before you get.
I think that man made the right choice.
Man, you missed a good show last night, boy. You would have loved that. You missed a good. I need you to go back and listen to it. Last night was great, but that's another topic. But you think the man did the right thing? Why you think he did the right thing?
Because he avoided a future problem. Because if she's making a big mess about Beyonce tickets and Beyonce already rich, and these tickets $1,000, apparently they wasn't in the position to spend that kind of money, and she's causing a big ruckus about it. That's not someone you need to deal with. Basically, man,
So
this woman has, and sadly, it's a black woman, and she probably from Chicago, and she's just living outside of me.
Now I don't know what race she is, but let me just say this: take in mind that she did save $700. It took her 10 months, so she was on board with it. So it didn't like she just saved some money and then turn around the next couple of days. Hey, I want my money to go to these tickets. So she did put some skin in the game, if I may use that term. She did do that, and then also she did say, according to what they said, that you don't have to give me anything for Valentine's Day, and you don't have to give me anything for my birthday. So she understood what the program that they had laid down, the blueprint, but she wanted to deviate from the blueprint that they started to build together. Now, he told her she asked for an engagement. He gave her that. She asked for a house. He offered that to her with the help of her. So hold on, brother. I got another caller, 0522. 0522 caller. Where you calling from?
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Hold on.
Brother Martin, calling from Chicago.
Hold on, brother. 0522. Let me let the brother say one more thing. 0123. Go ahead. Go ahead, my brother.
Real quick, I just really think it was just a little bit more to the story, because if she saved up a little bit of change and they agreed upon her doing it, I just think it was maybe they had an extra bill due, or something else came up where he felt the necessity they needed to spend that money on something else other than those tickets. That's it.
Yeah. Well, the money that they were saving. It is supposed to go toward their dream house. They're getting married, and they vowed not to touch the money. That money was allocated for the house only. Nothing for nothing else. Nothing else. So, all right, let's hear from a new caller. All right, 0522. Go ahead, caller. You're live, uncut, unedited. Go ahead, caller.
Martin, what's going on, man?
Man, help me out, man. Help me out here, man. Help me out.
I'm just sitting back and listening to all this. We're talking about Beyonce, right?
We're talking about her.
Nothing against Beyonce.
No, hold on. Let me educate you a little bit. We're talking about a couple that were engaged.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. About the tickets. Now she decided to pull out of her money that they was planning on saving for their dream house. She wanted out with her money.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And we talking about the artist Beyonce. Now I understand she want to pull out her money so she go see this artist.
Right.
But to me, she's not worth those $600,000, $2,000. When we grew up, we was talking about Luther. Now I would have paid that type of money for Luther, but we talking about Beyonce. It ain't that serious. You have an opportunity to get a house, put the money to the side to make yourself grow, and you choose to get out of it just to go see a 2-hour concert. It's not even worth it.
I agree.
And then you on the verge of losing your fiance because you want to go to a concert. And we talking about Beyonce. It's no disrespect. Now what Beyonce should have did, she should have put them tickets on sale, and she should have told whoever in charge of it, you can't have these tickets so high. She's just an artist, so they pay her, and she get a little percentage of that. So it's not her that's making the tickets so high. It's whoever promotes the show just making all the money. But in my opinion, your priorities have to be in order. It's not worth no $600,000 just go to no concert. Not Beyonce.
Okay.
Now we talking about Luther, Whitney Houston, or something like that. I'll spend a few dollars.
Well, Beyonce is the Wendy and Luther because we're in a different era. And I understand,
Right.
you know, me and you in the same era, so we know we love Luther. And,
right.
But let me just say this, my brother. Do you believe that he did the right thing by breaking up with her, calling the engagement off?
Absolutely.
Tell me why.
Because you want your fiance, because you want your fiance to be your ride or die. If she can't handle this, she can't handle the bigger things that's gonna happen. Who's to say she ain't gonna do it again if something else come along? Like, oh, babe, I saw this car. You know, let me get this car. Everything material thing. You gotta build up everything to get everything. And she ready to get out right now just for some tickets. Oh, I would have ran out that door. Because she's not a ride or die.
You wouldn't have, as you've been.
And that's what you look for.
Yeah, you do look for loyalty. Yeah, you do look for that.
You know, and I mean, the man doing what he's supposed to do. He got a vision. He has a plan. Women out here be talking about, man don't want to work, don't want to do this, don't want to do that. And then he in a situation to do something, he don't want to do it. Give me 10 minutes. Yeah.
I agree, Brother Reggie. Hey, let me just say this too, guys. I don't think that he should have really broken off. At first, I was all in. Yeah, I would have cut off. But then I thought about it. She did put 10 months in of savings, so it wasn't like it was. You know, she put some in last month, then she went out. So she had time to, you know, do it. 10 months. They did save up for 10 months together. I'm assuming that he put way more than she did, but she made a sacrifice. She said, listen, I know what you told me, honey, but Valentine's Day is coming up. You don't have to give me anything. My birthday is coming. I don't want anything. I just want these Beyonce tickets for us to go. So she did compromise. She tried to compromise a little bit, but he wasn't going. He stuck to his guns. So what do you think about that? I mean, she got 10 months
Yeah, I
in.
don't blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
I couldn't do it, man. I would have ran out the door, Brother Martin. I would have ran out the door because I'm sacrificing, we sacrificing, and we trying to build something so we can have something in the next 20, 30 years. And you willing to throw all that away just for some concert tickets. That don't make sense to me. It's just like me coming in and like, hey, babe, you know, let's put this to the side. I want to go get season tickets, go see the Bull. You know, that's not important today. What's important was, you know, both of them had a vision.
Yeah, they definitely.
Now, she could have said, well, babe, can you help out on the water bill or do this? And let me come up with some extra money to go to the concert. Okay, I'm down with that.
Okay, now let me say,
ways you can do things.
Brother Reggie, you know you walked that walk before, and I know you personally. Now, wouldn't it be the right thing to do if a man and a woman is getting married, that the man buy the house for the woman and she really didn't have to put that down? Would that be cool? That's normally how it should supposed to go. Just me saying it. I could be wrong now. What do you think? What's your thoughts about that?
You definitely wrong, Mark.
Uh-oh. Well, come on, 1, 2, 3. Come on, talk to me.
Well, in a woman's defense, Mark, if she saves this, she put aside this money to the side, and they had to understand, like, look,
Thank you.
I'm gonna start saving now. We want these Beyonce tickets. This is what I want to do. Then he was supposed to have that understanding with us. You can't just say whether or not, oh, well, if it was Luther Vandross, it's okay. No, that's being hypocritical and biased. If this is what she saved her money for, whether she spent it on a horse or a dolphin, then that's what she chose to spend it on. It's all about understanding and communication. Now, if she just came out the blue and said, you know what, I'm going to see Beyonce tomorrow, and I'm taking it out of our savings, everything we work for, then, of course, it's a disagreement. But as long as you got communication, and if she want to go see Beyonce for $1,000, who knows? She might have never seen Beyonce.
Can I respond to that?
Been to a concert in her life.
Go ahead, Brother Rich.
You know, it's just different factors. So
the reason why I use Luther, I use Luther as an example. Most of everybody loved Luther. I was there. I had front row seats. I paid $100 each for those tickets. And I mean, you talking about an excellent good show. To me, and I ain't got nothing against Beyonce. She's not all that to me, and she's not worth those $600, especially when you're trying to own a home. That don't make sense to me. Where's your priority at?
Luther not worth $1,000 if you're trying to own a home. I mean, you got to look at it from everybody's point of view.
Right.
You know, perspective.
Right. I understand what you're coming from, but the point was,
disrespect to you and your family.
Right. When you would have left, I'm gone because you're not the one for me.
So you think
I can't trust you on, riding out the plan?
So I mean, that's their first.
But
let me just say this, guys. We're just assuming. We just say this incident that occurred is their first pitfall, first run-in. This is the very first run-in. So do he run away and break it off, or he could have just somehow tried to work it out with her? Okay, now here's this. We deviating from the blueprint. You asked me that you want a house, and I'm willing to put the work in. I'm giving you. I'm planning for us to have a house. You asked for engagement. I gave you that, but she wanted to deviate from the plan. Do he forgive her and take her back? Could he worked it out? I mean, this is just one incident that we know of. I mean, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it ain't like she go out there and cheat on nobody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I could be wrong.
Baby,
I'm just
sit down.
Yeah.
No, you got a very valid point. But my point is, okay, babe, let's sit down and work something else out. Let's take a second job, or let's take from this fund over here to go get your ticket. But let's keep our plan in motion. Let's do something else. Let's not, okay, we go out to dinner twice a week. We're not going to go out to dinner twice a week, so you go to the concert. You're not going to get your hair done for a month, so you go to the concert.
Well, my thing is,
but then if you can't compromise on that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me just say this, brother Reggie. why would a woman want to marry somebody that's not financially stable anyway? That's my point. Why wouldn't? I mean, why?
Ain't nobody rich.
I know. No, listen, you don't have to be rich, financially stable. You're a truck driver by trade, so you're gonna make money.
Right.
You got to make sacrifices. Well, I'm just saying, normally when a marriage occurs, the male pays for the wedding and all that, or they may do it together.
Yep.
Now, I'm just saying that. I'm saying.
No, Martin, the bride's parents pay for the wedding.
Okay, the bride's parent. Okay. Okay, correct me. Okay, I stand to be corrected. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying that's been the tradition.
Okay.
But a lot of people break their own traditions. You have people that invest 50-50 or whatever, like what you were saying. I don't think it's an issue here, Martin, where, like what you said, the guy should be, financially stable and he should still be. You come from that era where it's like, okay, the man is supposed to do this, that, and the other. But at the same time, a lot of times men are getting tired of carrying a lot of these women that are trifling like this. And I think it's vice versa. You have a lot of women that are carrying trifling men. You need to make sure that you are equally yoked. And this guy, even though he may be financially a little better off than her, we don't know. I was just reading the story online, but maybe he's trying to make sure that he's with somebody that's just not going to rely on him to bail them out or just rely on the finances. And he wants a helpmate, somebody that's going to go in and do this investment with him, and they get that bag together. I mean, I think that's the way it should be.
Okay.
You can't. There was somebody who posted on your timeline that their husband or their man did everything. I've met a lot of women who let their husbands do everything, and then when the husband died, they didn't know what to do because their husband did everything. So men and women both need to educate themselves on finances and come up with creative ways to enjoy the things that they want to enjoy without it jeopardizing their relationship.
Okay. Miss Maxie.
I love that lady.
She said that none of these callers are marriage minded and know how to run a marriage. Now let's get into that marriage mind that she said we're not into.
Excuse me?
Now I'm just saying, hey.
How she know when we are marriage minded? How does she know that? What would she have of that?
Wrong, because
Can I say something, Mark?
I'm married for almost 5 years. So what does she mean by marriage minded? Because she needs to be more specific on what she's talking about. Because if she ain't never been married, she don't fucking know. Sorry.
Y'all letting the emotions control your emotions.
Yep.
Control your emotions.
Control your emotions.
Call in.
Like, for real, it is true. A woman is supposed to work and do stuff along with the man, but you still have to be independent to know what you're doing. That's first of all. You can't always depend on a man, and you can't always depend on a woman. You have to depend on yourself in the process. If the help come along, yes, okay, you can get the help. But when people don't understand, they get too comfortable and don't do nothing. They just sit around and do nothing and be lazy and say, "Oh, I want this next person to take care of me." And then when they take care of you and you don't do nothing at all, but just lay around and don't do nothing, and then the husband or wife die or whatever, y'all don't know how to do nothing. Like she said, it's true.
Oh, listen.
They don't know how to do nothing. But
I got a great comment. Vanita Whitehead said, if they sit down and reason together and she agrees not to do this again, he should resume the engagement. What do you think about that?
no, because she gonna do it again. She gonna do it again. She's going to do it again because she cried about the Beyonce tickets. Like they said, it might be a car, it might be some other stuff next because your priorities is not together. If he let that slide, that means he's going to continue to let her do the stupid stuff. That's ridiculous.
But can I ask a question? Is she allowed to make a mistake? She is human.
She is
Not that one.
But come on now.
No, I'm just asking a question.
How many things can you make?
I mean, they.
No, I mean, but I mean, come on. You have to know that your priorities come first over some concerts. I'm not paying $700 to $1,000 nothing and see nobody's concert.
Okay.
I'm not making them richer. They don't care.
Now, listen to this. Listen to this. I got a new call. Let me just say this. She did try to reason with him. She said, well, hon, Valentine's Day is coming up. I don't know how much he was planning on spending on her. And she said also, for my birthday, you don't have to give me anything for Valentine's Day or for my birthday. So she did take 2 things off the calendar where he don't have to spend no money because she wanted these tickets. Okay. So I'm just, and remember, she got 10 months skin in the game. 10 months. Only $700 saved up. 10 months skin in the game. So it ain't like that. It ain't like it's 2 days or 3 weeks or whatever. She got 10 months. But let me take this new caller. Hey, caller 0808. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me talk to the new caller. 8008. 8008. Come on, new caller.
What's going on?
What's going on,
brother? How you doing?
Give me your opinion of what's going on, man.
Hey, look.
Help me out.
I agree with you said a few minutes ago that all women, why are you dating a man that can't is not financially stable?
Right. That's disastrous right there. Go ahead, brother.
Coming through the door. I don't feel I don't feel that if I gotta go 50-50 with you, then you my roommate.
Uh-oh.
That's how I feel, brother.
Uh-oh.
I don't need no roommate. So it's a lot of women out here settle for men they gotta go 50-50 with.
You want a woman you can control. That's what you want.
Nah, I don't want to control my woman either. I want to give my woman everything she needs. I'm a provider.
But you might not have all that stuff to give.
Y'all giving me broke vibes, players.
See, these guys like this, they mess it up for guys' relationships in the real world because actually we supposed to build together. If it's a relationship and a marriage, it's we together, we bonding together. Whatever we build, it's a unit. That's why they got joint accounts. Whatever you put in it, whatever I put in it, we together. All that I take care of you and you take care. So that means you don't do no cleaning up around the house. You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't.
I clean. I do it. Listen,
I'm not
I clean.
I ain't done. Just a little bit of discipline, brother. I do my portion around the house. So I cook and clean it, whatever needs to be done, and whatever we make, we're gonna put that all in one pot. Joint account. Now, as far as this Beyonce ticket, if we discuss that and you felt like that's what you wanted to spend some money on, baby, go ahead. No problem with that. I mean, you saved up for it. Go ahead. It ain't about being financially stable. It's about knowing what to spend your money on, prioritizing your money. That's it. It ain't about being broke because you can't afford no Beyonce tickets. That's what's wrong with
Brother Martin.
Yeah. Go ahead, Reggie.
Did I hear something wrong? Did she say she gonna save up for it, or
no.
she said she gonna take the money from the house?
Okay. Excuse me. This must be this was the story. Wait a minute, Martin. This is what it said. What the story specifically said, because I just read it.
Okay.
What happened was she asked him at the end of the day. She said, "Give me back my $700 that I put in towards the house." And he said, "Okay, fine. I will send you back your $700, but we're over with." So he gave her back the money. It was her money, and he gave it back to her. But the sacrifice was, okay, you want your money back for these tickets? We done. That was the decision they made. He did give her back the money.
Okay.
That's what it says according to what the story said.
Okay, good.
So again, she wanted to let the house and go to the Beyonce ticket concert. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm saying is, what you put in is what you get, and you have to sacrifice. And there's other ways you can do things. Now, if you want $700 and our kids need to go to school or we got to pay tuition and something like that, that's different. But you talking about taking that money and going to a concert, to me, that don't seem important.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Your woman want to go to the Beyonce concert. Y'all got that money saved up to the side. Why not give her the money to go to the Beyonce concert? Why she got to give her the money to that? Why she got to dip into that money?
Let her finish.
Why she got to even dip into that money? Why you can't say, baby, here go the concert, $1,000? $1,000 ain't no money, man.
Yeah, I agree.
It is to a whole lot of people who don't got it.
Okay, well, you donate that to my organization since there ain't no money. I'll take some $1,000 for my organization because I'm doing something in the community.
Then guess
I'm
what?
gonna drop my cash app in the comments, brother. Send me $1,000.
Then guess what? Why are you even? I don't even know why she even with dude anyway. If she got to put on, she saved up $700 to get a house. Come on, man. Out of how many months I was married?
10 months.
How many months?
10 months.
How many months?
10 months.
10 months. $700 saved up. Come on.
And you willing to take that to go see a concert?
Yeah,
They struggling already. They struggling already.
Crazy. That's crazy.
But wait, I have a question. I would like to know, why is it that the Beyonce, the man in the relationship, why are you guys saying, well, one of you all are thinking that he may be broke? Why does it have to be broke because she contributed towards the house? He might not be broke. That may just be an agreement that they had.
I'm gonna say this. If it take you 10 months to save up $700 and y'all trying to get a house and he ain't got the money to get the house, then he broke, sweetheart.
No, but he got his check in there too.
So we talking about now y'all, all right, y'all. Hey, look.
The man said in 10 months he saved up $700. That ain't all she made. That's what they chose to put to the side. $50 here, $100 there. Everybody ain't got the wrong money.
So how long is it gonna take to get the house? How long is it gonna take to get the house?
I mean, it don't matter. Some people take 2 years.
I mean, the only kind of way you're gonna have money like that is if if somebody died and left you like millions, or if your last name is Rockefeller or Nassers, or you're a member of the Salt of the Brulai family.
I thought it was 3% to put down on the house nowadays.
Brother, that don't matter. Everybody's struggling.
I thought it was 3%. So if a house is $250,000, 3% of that is what?
Brother, I got a question for you. How long you been married?
I'm not married. But if I was married, if I was married,
if you were gonna do all of this, spend all this kind of money on a woman, why you not married?
Hey, listen. If I was married, brother,
well, you're not married, so you can't.
My woman wouldn't put half of nothing up.
Hold on, brother. One mic.
Half of nothing up.
One mic. Go ahead, brother.
She wouldn't put no half of nothing up. I would be able to get us. Hear what I said. Not me. Us a house. I would be able to clean my house for my woman. I will give my woman everything that she needs because I am what you call a provider, not a controller, a provider. Something that you brothers don't do nowadays.
I've been providing in my man for 20 years, brother. You can't compare because you ain't that, brother. So what you're saying is like kind of irrelevant to the conversation. Can I say one more thing, Martin? I'm done.
All right, go ahead, Reggie. Got another call. Come on, Reggie. Go ahead, Reggie.
Martin, you threw a scenario out there. Yeah, you threw a scenario out there. You said, look, this woman want to go to the Beyonce concert, and she want to take the $700 that her fiance saved to get a house.
Well, she saved. She saved it.
All we doing is
she saved it, but he,
right, she want her money back.
Right. Go ahead, Reggie.
All we doing is giving an opinion what we would do in our situation. It has nothing to do with what we'll do for our wife or our girlfriend. And the only thing I'm saying, that's kind of important to take from what we're trying to do on this particular stash. Maybe we go somewhere else So don't judge people because they think it one way and say, well, what you doing for your girlfriend? Or how long you been married? Or et cetera, et cetera. They have something to do that. Brother Mark threw out a scenario saying, look, she saved up this type of money. She want her money back. How would you handle that? Would you leave her or not?
That's all I'm saying. Because first, let me just say this, Brother Reggie. At first, I was like, cut off. Then I thought about it. I was like, hold on. Now, she did invest 10 months of saving. Right. She only had $700. I don't know how much she was saving a month, how long, you know. I don't know if she put in $15, $20, $30 at a time. She did have that. Then she did ask him to, she wanted to be engaged. He gave her that. She wanted a drink. She wanted a house. So he gave her everything she asked. But she also, when she went to him, she pleaded with him. Valentine is coming up. I know you're going to spend some money on me because we know this gentleman's probably a provider. And my birthday is coming up. I don't want you to spend no money. I'm willing to sacrifice Valentine and my birthday for you to buy these tickets.
Right.
And that's what she said. Y'all got to remember, don't forget that little point.
Right.
I don't know how much money he was planning on spending with her on Valentine or on her birthday. She said, but those 2 days, you don't have to do anything for me. All I want, honey, is these Beyonce tickets. That's what she wanted.
Okay.
So she did put a sacrifice in it.
Let me say this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. You know, that was your question. So I wouldn't have left. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take the little money, go ahead and go to see Beyonce, baby.
But you also, let me say something too, brother. Also, not only she didn't want one ticket, she wanted him to come along with her. So she still had him in the process, even though they had agreement that we're not going to touch this money. This money is for our dream house. So she had some skin. She did have some say so in there because she had skin in the game. She had 10 months involved, $700 up. And she said, no Valentine gift, no birthday gift for me. So she did kind of make some type of sacrifice, even though she was asking him before she asked to pull her money out. So she was asking him to do that.
Yeah, but Martin, you also have to take it.
Go ahead.
Wait, Martin, you got to take into consideration that when she was trying to negotiate with him all of the options and she was basically putting her case on the table. When she tried to negotiate with him, yes, she did think about him. But then at the end of the day, she did sort of kick him to the curb because when he said no, we agreed that we were going to save this money from the house. Mm-hmm. And no, we cannot do that because we made an agreement. And now what he could have did, he could have said, well, you know, if you don't want the Valentine's and you don't want your birthday, whatever money he was going to spend on the birthday and Valentine's, maybe he could have contributed towards the tickets. At that point, she did think about him, but then at the end of the day, it was like, you know what? I have given him all the scenarios I could come up with. He keeps telling me no. So I just want my $700 that I invested in our future home. I just want that back. So at the end of the day, it was like, well, if you're going to say no, then I'm not going to be concerned about you having a ticket. I'm just going to worry about myself. So just give me my money back. He said, yeah, okay, I'll give you your money back, and we done. That's the end of it.
What's up, man?
I mean, that's what the story read. That's what it said according to the story.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think me personally, I wouldn't have cut her off. I'd have been upset. I would have been upset. You know, I wouldn't have cut her off though. You know, he probably genuinely loved her. He proposed to her, and he offered to, you know, help her buy a house, dream home, and things like that. So I guess he was frustrated because she went back on her word, on a promise, you know, to save money. And she did put forth an effort for 10 months. 10 months, that was, she did show some effort of saving. But your word is your bond. Sometimes you know, you got some people, they're nice people, but their word is no good. They got money and they can shower you with gifts, but their word is no good. And I guess he was just frustrated. He's like, you know what, I'm done. Her responsibilities is twisted. And I understood him, but personally, you're going to give up on your fiance on his first incident like this. My. Just think about it.
And then Martin, too, we don't really know all the backstory. Does she have a habit of doing this in the past? I mean, you just never know. And I commend the gentleman that's on the line now, that he's a provider and he, that's a beautiful thing. I think that's wonderful. I would never try to knock that. But at the same time, so we don't know the backstory. She could, like some people in the comments, they're saying she might have done this before. It's next time it'll be Cardi B, then it'll be $1,500 booth. I mean, when is it going to end? That's how he may be looking at it. He might be scared. It's involved with someone that is going to put other people before them as priorities. People are looking at it from that perspective. Beyonce should not be more important than your relationship. I mean, once again, I'm going to pose the question again for those who just came in. If the situation was reversed, would Beyonce sacrifice her marriage or her fiance for you?
Thank you. Let me just say something whenever you get a chance, Mark.
Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
And I just want to say, everybody's saying, oh, well, why date a man that's not financially stable? First off, what happened to building with a man? Building your man up. Everybody ain't superstars already. It don't get that lucky. What happened to, you know what, I'm going to be there for you and we're going to do this together, whatever bond, whatever we build in the time we're together, then we go see Beyonce or something like that. That's one thing I want to say. The second thing I wanted to say was, it sounds like a control issue. Some guys do have control issues. You go into a relationship, you tell her, oh, baby, you ain't got to work. You ain't got to do nothing, just take care of the business. And now she done waited all this time and done put this money to the side. And now she asked me to go see Beyonce, and you tell her no. Man, that's a grown woman. She's not making mistakes. She's still an adult. You still got to be willing to compromise. It's an understanding thing.
1, 2, 3.
It's not just about being financially stable. It's about
1, 2, 3. Me personally, I have 4 beautiful daughters. 3 of them are grown. And if they come to me and say, hey, Dad, this is my fiance, we're going to marry. And I'm going to ask him, well, what type of work what type of work he do? Well, he ain't working right now. He just at home watching the babies when I go to work. And I'm saying in my mind, okay, now I got to make this make sense. I'm not going to allow my daughters, I don't care if they're in love, and if I got anything to do with it, or consent to it, or walk them down the aisle to a person that don't have a job, period. Nothing.
That's right. And
if he just slinging that, excuse me, if he's slinging that 12-inch, whatever he got, it's that you can't, that don't pay, ComEd don't take that. People Gas don't take that.
Exactly.
T-Mobile don't take that. AT&T don't take that. Now I understand. Now I believe that
Martin, taking care of children is a job.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to pose that if it is the other way around. No. Women stay at home and take care of the kids. It's okay for a woman to stay at home and take care of the children.
Ain't no reverse.
Man go out and work. But if a man stayed at home and took care of the children while a woman worked, that's a problem.
No, that's a problem. That's a problem with me.
That's hypocritical.
Yeah, now, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna just say this. I'm not going for it. And if I was a preacher, I wouldn't marry a couple if the man didn't have a job. I'm setting my daughter or setting these people up for failure. Seriously, I'm just saying, you setting them up for failure. You know, why you think we got so much trouble in these homes now? I asked a question the other day. People got mad at me. If you're single and you claiming to be single, a parent, and you taking all the credit, but what about the people that help your live-in boyfriend? He's just there. What is he there for? And, I got grown daughters, and I remember, I never forget, put my daughter business out there, but she called me one day for some Pampers. I said, okay, where's your baby daddy at? He ain't got no money. I said, listen, baby, I love you and love my grandbaby. I'm not sleeping with you. He's sleeping with you. Make him get out there and go stone some cans, do something about it, baby, Pampers. Now I'm gonna buy these Pampers this time, but we ain't gonna make this no habit. Trust me. Now, should I just not said nothing, just gave my daughter some money, keep giving her money, and not making her guy, her baby father, step his game up? Now, they both young parents, but he have to step his game up. You know, I can't come out of my pocket. My babies are grown. You got to step your game up. My thing is, you don't have to be rich, my brother, but at least have a job, have something. That's all. Don't, you know, if you have a part-time job, I can kind of go with that. But you just sitting around playing video games, always smoking weed, always, you got money to get weed and all that, but you don't have no money. I'm not talking about my daughter's situation right now. I'm just talking period. But you don't have no money when it comes time, bill time. That's all I'm saying.
And Martin, with that dynamic and that, with the example you just gave, I agree with that. I'm not trying to get the impression. I don't want to see anybody marry anybody lazy or to have a fiance and not working, a male or whatever the case may be. I'm just simply saying that, you know, I'm speaking from experience. My sister and her husband have been married almost 40 years. And my brother-in-law, he did work at times. There were times he could work because of, you know, injuries or whatever the case. He was a welder. He would stay at home and take care of my nephew and my sister work. And then when he was able to work, he did. They worked it out where they would go back and forth. I'm not saying that any woman should be with any man. You can't just come into my life, get me pregnant, and you don't have a job at all. That's not what I meant.
Okay.
But there are times where relationships go through financial ups and downs. One person may lose their job, the other person has to pick up the slack. It's supposed to be give and take. But no, I agree. I don't think that you should have to be responsible for your daughter some Pampers when she have a man that's there. No, he could have went and did something. I mean, Pampers don't even cost him. Somebody asked me to cash out them $10 for some Pampers. So I don't understand that dynamic either. But
yeah.
Hey, Martin.
Yeah, go ahead. Roosevelt?
Plus, I think also too, you got to look at the situation, because I'm not trying to just make this all about me and talk about me, but, you know, I got to, because this is a situation that I run into sometimes. What if it's a person, and you know me personally, Martin, what if it's a person, or let's just say your daughter's with a young man that may be in my position, let's just say, you know, for grins and giggles, a young man who could be like disabled and, you know, might not be able to work like everybody, you know, could work. Are you, not you, but are a whole lot of people trying to say that some of us who are disabled should be denied maybe being with someone?
No.
Or, you know, denied being happy, all because, you know, we might not be able to do what someone else might do.
Brother
I'm
Roosevelt.
just asking a question.
Let me just say this. Let me say this, Brother Roosevelt. I agree with you 100%. Mm-hmm. What we do know in this country, if you're disabled, you are qualified to get disability, whether it be 500, 700, 900, whatever. You got something coming in, something. And as the sister said earlier, sometimes when a man falls on hard time, he may have to stay home and watch the babies and the wife go out and work. It happens. But I'm not going to negate like that. That's all I'm saying. That's understand. You as a person that's disabled, you should not be denied to right to marriage because of your financial status and all that. But one thing I have to say,
that's a different ball.
Right, is if you do, for people that have disabilities, they do have Section 8, low income housing and things like that. So there's other ways, Roosevelt, that you can work. You can work the system to help you out and your spouse if you get involved like that. So I understand what you said, Mother Diva. I just explained that. It can happen. It definitely can happen. Men can stay home and watch the daughters, the children. It happen. It can happen. You know, right now we know it takes 2 incomes.
You know what, Mark? You know what bothers me is that these this generation, and I'm not saying with everyone in this generation, I'm just noticing that a lot of young women, for whatever reason, they seem to be getting with these guys that are lazy, they don't want to do anything, they want to sit up and play video games. Why are you even attracted to that? A man that doesn't want to do anything with their life, I wouldn't even want to open my legs to somebody like that. So I'm looking for, look, when I was a teenager, it was all about intelligence for me. I was looking for somebody that had a level of intelligence. I like nerds, because if you was that nerdy and you was that brainy, then you knew what to do with it downstairs. That's just how I grew up. I wanted somebody that had a future. These girls are just getting with guys that are not worthy of them. And if you're going to settle for somebody like that, then that means you don't love yourself. We as women have to love. If you don't love yourself and take care of yourself, you're not going to find, and no one else is going to love you and treat you right. You got to respect yourself and carry yourself like a lady with class. That's not what we're doing today. And a lot of it is the influences of what they see. You know, even a lot of these celebrities females, I'm not going to mention no name because I know some of them personally, but they running around with girls, you know? It's becoming a reflection on the community today. This is what you see.
You know why, sister? You know why?
It's really sad. I mean, I want to see more young women get with men that are about something. You don't see enough of it, and a lot of it is the media. So there are stories that are like that, but you don't see about it because all the media cares about is negativity.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Reggie. Reggie, go ahead. Reggie, you answer the question.
That's because, that's because, like you said earlier, they don't love themselves. Let me tell you something. You know, in the first 15 minutes or so, if this man gonna be with you for the rest of your life, marry you, et cetera, you know that any decent man that's with a woman and you happen to go on her refrigerator or go on her medicine cabinet and she lacking something, you don't have to tell him that. He gonna go do it. You ain't got to tell your man to pay no phone bill, no light bill. That's if you deserve it. You ain't trying to use them. Now, if she would have played her cards right, and I'm not talking about sex, if she would have paid her cards right, he would have got her those tickets. He probably would have said, "Here, baby, take your girlfriend," and she wouldn't knew nothing about it.
Mm.
And they could have still had their money for the house. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And see, a woman don't know. A woman can get anything from a man if they play cards right.
Mm.
Because if you treat that man like a king, he'll do anything for you.
I tell him he'll kill Jesus for you.
That you love.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna let you go without if he care anything about you.
Well, let me just say this, guys. I think personally he should try to work it back out with her. That's my not knowing the background of her. I don't know if this is an ongoing process and all like that, and my thing, what sticks out to me, she did put some skin in the game. She did try to save, maybe. And like Roosevelt said early in the show, a lot of times we shouldn't make decisions based on our emotions. Sometimes we have to calm down, get control of our emotions, and think straight, think clearly. Because a lot of times when we get emotional, we're not thinking clearly. That, and that's the way he didn't say it like that, but I understood what he was trying to say. So I think if he is listening to this, I think you should try to work it back out with her and explain and sit down and, and explain it, because a lot of you married couples that's listening to me and those that are out there shacking, both of you guys are probably not good in finance. Somebody have to, seriously, I'm telling the truth, Mama Diva. I'm listen, it's like that, because you might have a brother, he might want to go out there and swallow the money out with young girls or whatever, or gambling, whatever, instead of bringing the money home. It can happen. The wife may be on point, on point with finance, know how to save, know how to stretch a dollar. But it depends on your financial literacy, your sacrifice, and your plan for your life. That's saying that we hear all the time, put some away from.
Martin, I'm kind of,
Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you had one caller that called in. I'm just wondering, would it be the same dynamic if it was a guy who wanted season tickets, for the length of some game, and they were like all this money, and then she would leave him? I mean, I'm wondering if it would be the same conversation, because I think oftentimes we have a tendency to be harder on women than we are on men. I mean, we were just talking about this with the Nipplegate situation with Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl. It's like she got beat up on and she was dragged through the mud while Justin Timberlake wasn't. And so I think we're harder sometimes on the female than we are on the male. Would it be the same conversation if the fiance was the female and they agreed and he like, no, I want to get these season tickets to the Lakers, give me the half of my money back? What would be the outcome of that?
Well, it can't be season tickets. Hold on. Season tickets versus 2-hour concerts, that's not even equal. You had to come with something a little better on that, Mama Diva. A season tickets, that's, it has to be some equivalent.
We talking about
but why, Martin? If a couple's engaged and they've been saving their money together to buy a house, and then all of a sudden the guy decides he want to take his part of the money to buy season tickets or to a
Mama
game
Diva.
or the All-Star. Let's say it was the All-Star game.
Okay, say that. That's 2 or 3 hours. Don't say
here's
season
your money,
tickets.
I'm gonna leave you. I'm just saying, would it be the same conversation?
And well, let me just say this. What the women fail to realize, men and women think differently. We think differently, period. We're not, we think different, sister. So we think, listen, a lot of women out there think that they could do what men do. And men out there thinking they can do what women do. You can't do it. You can't do it. And y'all know where I'm going with this, but it's impossible. You're not going to do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. I don't care how much you mimic, how much you act like it. You can't do it. It's not meant. Oil and water cannot mix.
The only thing a woman can't do that a man can do. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, but I'm just saying. Well, I'm not trying to get into a gender war up on Facebook tonight. But
yeah, please don't.
I'm not trying to get. But I'm saying there are different levels of understanding. Some things are accepted in society for women, and certain things are like it's cool for a man to have multiple sex partners. He's a player. He's cool. Now, if a woman go out there and do the same thing, she's ridiculed, she's looked down on, and everything. And it's been like that for centuries. We'll go if you want to go back to the Bible, when these people caught the woman in the very act of adultery, they brought the woman to Jesus. But what was the man at? What was the man at? The man wasn't nowhere in the picture.
That was the whole point, because they were
right.
The law says that both of them are supposed to be stoned to death.
Right.
That's what the law said at that time. If someone was committing adultery, both parties were to be stoned to death. And they brought only the woman before him, and he knew they was trying to strip him up. That's why he said he is without sin, cast the first stone.
Mm-hmm. So that I gave that analogy so you guys know. So men and women are held to different standards here in this society. Period. Just period. Yes. Period. Men are paid more than women. And all that.
Fat women and men are held to different standards too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, of course. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I got a question for you, Mark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are you comfortable with a man dating your daughter when she has no job?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as he got a job, yeah. Because it's a job. Hold on.
No, see, that's backwards.
No, it's not backwards, brother.
That's a
Listen.
standard.
Listen, the standard is that the man is supposed to be the provider. That's the standard.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's supposed to be.
That's what I teach my daughter.
It don't supposed to be a reverse. He shouldn't be pimping my daughter. Period. Now, I have no control if my daughter make 100,000 and he make 20. I understand that. I understand that. That's out of his control. Hey, she's much qualified, more educated. He may just, have a little job, making 20,000. She's making 100,000. But for him not to have nothing, and she's all in, and he don't have nothing. No.
Working and going to school.
Yeah, no.
That's why we raising. I'm not saying, and not you personally. I'll never disrespect your daughter, but in that sense of, in that train of thought of thinking, we making it super hard on black men out here. It's already hard enough.
No, hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
You might not agree.
Hold on, brother. Let me explain something to you. You wasn't on last show last night. Tiffany Wilson gave us some stats last night. Black men are at 22% of getting married. Black women, I'm talking about our culture, 9%. So men are getting more married than women. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
That he found somebody outside of his race that don't think
regardless, but they're willing to get married though. Regardless. Listen, brother. Brother, listen. Let me just say this. When you love somebody, and I'm not into interracial relationship, but I can't stop nobody if they like a white person or Asian person or Vietnamese or Puerto Rican. I can't stop that. That's who they love. Now, I may not agree with it and like it, but that's who they love, brother. That's who they love.
How you going? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question, Martin?
Yeah.
How are you gonna if my daughter is making $100,000 and you making nothing? How are y'all gonna build something together?
He pimping.
Your daughter making nothing and I'm making 100,000. How are we gonna build something together?
First of all,
I'm asking you, how you gonna build something?
That's not equally yoked.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let me just say this.
I'm asking that.
Hold on.
Brother, I'm asking that brother that question.
Okay, let me answer for you. I answer.
Y'all rewarding these women for taking care of their responsibility.
Listen,
Go ahead, brother Martin.
bro, I'm gonna answer it, then I'll let you go, Reggie. 1, 2, 3. Come on, slow down, brother. You're getting too emotional. Control your emotions. Slow down. Listen. If a woman making $100,000, a man ain't making nothing, and he on for a free ride. Now, when I say financial stable, that means he's maintaining his own. He may have an apartment, may not be the best. It don't mean he got to make 100,000, 6 figures, none of that. The average black man make around 40 or 50 thousand. The average black man, that's working. A livable wage job. Okay, now, if a man making 100,000 and a woman don't work, it's a man's job to take care of women. And if she bear his children, she's a mother of his children if they decide to have babies. She's a stay-at-home mom. You have plenty of stay-at-home moms that take care of their children. And some men don't want their wives working. When I was married, I pay all the bills. All of them. Stay at home, just take care of the children. That's me. That's what I chose to do. That's the type of man I am. When you taking care of your half, I'm going to do my part to the fullest. I don't have a problem with paying all the bills. I don't have a problem. As long as you taking care of your end, I'm good. We good. Trust me. And that's how I get out. I've always been like that. Now, if I ain't got it, if I fall on hard times, I say, okay, babe, I fall on hard time. You might have to get a job right now, until I get something better, able to provide for if you want to continue to be a stay-at-home mom. Some young ladies, they want guys to take care.
Let me say something when you get a chance.
Okay, well, Reg, I promise Reginald next. Go ahead, Reggie. Is he still on here? Reggie? I did promise him next when I get done. Reginald? I guess he's not on here.
Yeah, I'm just listening to what you're saying. Yeah, I'm back. I got cut off.
Okay. So tell us, you said you want to explain it too. So tell us in your own words how you view it about a man taking care of women.
Listen. A happy wife, a happy life, a happy girlfriend, a happy boyfriend. If you're in a relationship and whatever's lacking and you're doing a little bit more money, you're supposed to pick that slack up. She shouldn't have to ask you for anything. You know,
Amen.
you know, babe, what a light bill, like get all the bills together, let me go out there and pay those bills. And she gonna provide for you. Her way of providing is make sure you have a nice hot meal, clean clothes. When my wife car broke down, you know, I had my truck. I got on the bus and gave my truck to my wife so she can get to work. Till her car got fixed. Those things that you just do. You know, and we're not making our little boys out of men. They look sissy. They look better than a woman now. They got 2 earrings in their ears. Man. They got the dreads all the way down to their behind.
Tight pants.
They smell like weed all the time. We got to teach our young men to take care of their black women, and we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all they want to do is stay home and listen to that old crazy music and get high.
And play PlayStation.
And you look at our women, the women are doing it. They working and they going to school. And if you got 2 incomes coming in, that's a bonus.
That's a bonus.
That's a bonus.
Yeah,
and that's all I got.
And you know what? Another thing, Martin, I just want to share this. You know, we as the parents, like, you know, you try to teach your daughter tough love. We as older people, we're going to have to stop babyifying these young people that are grown because they're supposed to be able to take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter should never have to call you and say, Daddy, I need some money for Pampers for my baby. And you have to say, well, where's the baby's father? He's there. That phone call, your daughter should never have to call you for nothing because they made that baby together and they need to be able to take care of it together. Now, I'm going to tell you a little scenario, Martin, about a situation that a colleague and some people in my Bible study. Now, this girl was young. She was like 22. She married a guy who was 19. And I think they got married because, you know, they wanted to have sex. And so they, you know, they didn't believe in fornication. So they got married so they could have sex. They had sex. 3 weeks later, after they got married, she got pregnant. Now, they're both married to each other. Both of them have a little job. She's pregnant. They were living with her grandparents. And now, a year later, after they done had the baby and everything, they didn't move into his parents' house. And I'm like, wait a minute. If you two want to sit up here and get married just to have sex and play house, y'all can't keep going back and forth between her grandparents and your mama's house. It's like, when are you going to grow up and learn that you need to get on your own? And we're going to have to get to a point, us as older people, and we're going to have to give them tough love and say, we're not going to have this. But then they got this baby, so, you know, the grandparents, the great-grandparents, they feel sorry for the baby, so they get weak. You know, we don't have to give a little bit more backbone because you want to lay up here and have babies with somebody, want to marry them, and then you can't live on your own. You can't even get to a studio apartment. You got to be living with your parents and all this. And then you want to get smart and talk about, well, the Prince of England, they all live with their mama, the Queen. No, we ain't in England.
Ooh. Woo.
I just want to say something real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
I just want to say, as far as
when you
I'm
got
still
these
here.
households and you set them up like, okay, well, you know what, you stay at home and be a stay-at-home mom, and I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna work and I'm gonna go chase it. But what happens when you fall flat on your face and now you say you lean on her and say, okay, well, I need you to get a job, but she's been out the loop for so long and she's not as active as you need her to be, and now you both crash because the hustle you guys was never there because you tried to allow her to be something that because you thought you could handle it, but you didn't prepare for future situations.
Okay.
That's what's wrong with black households.
No, brother. No. Brother, listen, anything can happen. There's nothing. Listen, brother, you're a truck driver. God forbid you get into an accident, break your arm and leg. You can't drive truck right now. You wouldn't be able to drive.
Sure.
So things can happen, brother. That's why if you know the laws of marriage, a woman is only there to be the helpmeet of the man. Now, I'm not saying slave, helpmeet to the man. I'm not saying slave, because see, a lot of women got that, well, I don't need no another daddy. I have a daddy already. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. In a marriage, you're going to have, it's not going to be sunny every day, sun shining bright. You're going to have some rocky times. You're going to have some rocky times. And when I used to tell my wife, I said, listen, we should be so close that a needle can't get between us two. That's what I used to tell her. You know, when I'm preaching now. When she hurts, I hurt. When I hurt, she hurts. We got to be right there together. Marriage is like a partnership. It's like a business. You work together to keep it going. You have to work at it. You can't just stop. It's like a friendship. You know, if I know you don't like a certain person around when you come around, I keep that certain person away because y'all two don't get along. You know, so in a marriage, brother, we should be so close and work together. And I'm gonna tell you, married couples and people that shacking, they know each other's weaknesses. Trust me, they know what can tick them off and what they don't like. Trust me, you have to come together, and it has to be a compromise. You have to work. Even though she may not have been working for the last 5 years, she out of loop, she's gonna have to do something. She's gonna have to do something. She's gonna, as my mother Diva say, she's gonna have to be creative. Garage sale or something. So sell some on the internet. You gotta say, seriously, there's some things that can happen. You know, period. And
you can go down to the drag club. You can go down to the drag club and get on stage and lip sync a song, and they'll throw money at you.
Oh Lord. Oh,
but you're putting out what you can do instead of having it set up to where both you guys working. You know what, baby, you working tonight. Let me stay at home. I'm gonna watch this, take care of the kids, okay, and vice versa. When I come back, and that's how you build. So if I do break my leg and break my arm, guess what? We still got a constant income coming in instead of me just trying to be controlling and telling you to sit back on your rear end. Brother, take care of everything depending on me.
You got different between a provider and a controller. I don't know who you've been taught, but that's a different. Listen, let me just say something, brother. Let me help you out, brother. First of all, our wives are a helpmeet. They're not the children. You don't tell them what to do. You ask them. You tell children what to do. Right. That's an adult. Hey, babe, what's for dinner tonight? You know, I got a taste for this. Would you cook this for me? You know, not in an authoritative voice. That's the difference, the way you talk to an adult than you're supposed to talk to a child. Son, go in the room, close the door. I don't want to talk to you tonight. Don't come out of the room. You tell children, that's how you talk to children. You don't talk to your spouse like that. You don't call your spouse out all types of names and you this and that. You don't do that. That's your better half. Now, I'm just saying, speaking in general, this is talking about relationships. Is how it's supposed to be, you know. And I'm gonna tell you,
yes, sir.
Marriage can fall. Money, you can fall out over money. Now, listen, a lot of women marry because the Bible said women love the things of the world. That's what the scripture said. You know, the man is supposed to be the provider. Now, and this my thing was too, and the reason why I want her to stay home, I wanted to make sure that before we release our children to any daycare or anything, that they know how to talk. And if somebody touch and violate them, they can come back and tell us. That was one of my number one pet peeve. I want to make sure that my children knew all their body parts and was no freak or pervert, whatever, coming and touch them or do something to them to violate them, because children, sometimes you could do something to a little child and they don't know how to explain it. They're naive because you didn't teach them. Yep. So you listen, them first 7 years is critical. First 5 years is critical. You put in your child and your sons and daughters. People have these babies and go back to work. You got to be careful who watches your small children. Everybody don't have the best interest. I was just looking at a video the other day at a daycare where a lady, they got a video, lady, she was feeding all the little white children and making the black children wait, starving them to death. This is an adult doing little bitty children, toddlers like this. There's some evil people out here. And I'm not just talking about race, period, but people would do this. Who would hurt a toddler? Who would do something like that? I may not like your mom and daddy, but I'm not going to mistreat you. You're a baby. I'm not going to do that. Well, some people have that lion spirit. A lion will come in and kill all the cubs and start all over again. You know, that's a lion spirit. But my point is, my brother, if you're able and can make sacrifices, spend much as time as possible, at least the mom, with the children, winging them and breeding and teaching them things. Now, I can say one thing. Every last one of my children, with exception of one, before they went to first grade, they knew how to count to 100, identify their numbers, write their name and everything. They learned that at home. They knew how to sit down. We practiced that every day. So when we went to church, the church people used to ask me, how did they learn how to sit? I said, we practice at home. 5 minutes, then sometimes we go to 10 minutes, then we go to 20 minutes, and you graduate. How to sit down and don't move. Some people don't have that type of discipline over their children. Here I am, my oldest is probably 25 or 26. And any one of my children can tell you, have I ever sweared at them? They say, no. Have I disciplined them? Yes. Have I ever told them anything that would jeopardize their safety and their health? They'll tell you, my dad loved us. He would never do that. He protect us. He's a provider. I remember one time, and I'm going to tell y'all this story, and this is personal. When we had broke up and the kids had finally went back to their mom, and she put all of them out. My oldest daughter had a house, little low income, and all of them was just about grown. I think they were all grown, and none of them they didn't have no food in the house. My daughter only had a little food just for her and her little guy and the little baby. So at that time, they called me. You know, they call dad when they get in trouble. They didn't know how to ask me. We don't have enough food over here, and mom put so-and-so out. I said, okay. So y'all grown now. She don't owe you nothing. I said, this is what I'm going to do. At that time, I had a link card. I had me spend. I said, I went out there. I had a friend take me out there where they was at, and I told them, buy anything you want, get anything you want. I'm going to do this just one time. One time. That's what I told them. One time. They spent the whole link card. I sacrificed that month to go without. And we talking about they was grown, 18 and up. So, and I never had to do it again. I told them, I said, listen, when you live with your mama, y'all grown, y'all come to attitude, you don't want to pay no rent and all that. She tired. Now y'all have to fend for yourself. Now you calling me and y'all grown, but I'm going to do this one time. That's it. And they never had to call me again for no food and nothing like that because I stood on it. I said, I'm going to do it this one time. See, that's that male in me, you know, that tough love. I didn't cuss them out. I didn't say they were dumb or stupid. I didn't even dog their mother. They tried to dog their mom out to me. I said, there's nothing that you guys can tell me about your mom. that I don't know already. And I left that in the conversation. I put the focus on them. The focus is on y'all. Your mom, she got her house. She got a job and everything. You guys are homeless. You standing with your older sister's house. She don't have enough food to feed all y'all. And you called me. So this is a real story, Reggie. I don't tell my business, but this is a real story. And I laid law down, and I ain't had no problem after that ever since. Never. With them being hungry. Nothing. Because they know I'm going to teach you how to face the real world. I'm not going to babyfy you. You listen, I'll tell you another story. One time, my daughter was talking about running away. And her and her mom was getting into it and all that. So she called me, and I said, well, put on the phone. And this is my exact words. I said, daughter, you're a beautiful young lady. Any man would love to have you. But guess what? The moment they find out that you're a runaway, you don't have no place to go, guess what? They're going to bring their brother in on the room and have sex with you. They're going to bring their cousin. They're going to run you. They're going to run you. And they know your situations. So now if you want to run away, go ahead and do what you got to do. But I'm going to tell you, that's what's waiting. I said, you might even get pimped. You might get sex trafficked, going against your own will. I said, now, if this is what you want, do what you got to do. I ain't cuss out. I promise God I ain't scream. I ain't call her stupid or dumb. And guess what? She never ran away. She stood there. She understood because I listened. I put it in her mind. This is what you're going to face when you go out there. Now, I know your mom can get on your nerves sometime and make it rough for you, but this is what you have to do. Anywhere you live, there's rules that you have to follow. Now, grown people have their own, and so you can have your own rules. So when you get out of your mom's house, you can do whatever you want to do. But right now, you have to come in at a certain time. There are rules that you have to follow. These are laws that I lay down to my oldest daughter, to the oldest one. She never ran away. Never ran away. Man, I didn't holler, scream. She was in Joliet. I was in Chicago, talked to her telephone. And I hung up. I had a peace of mind. So whatever decision that she wanted to do, I was cool with it. If you want to go out there and get ran over in sex traffic, that's your life. You can't say that I did not tell you. I warned you. So I freed myself. And one thing about me, I believe in telling you what's right. Now, what you do with it, that's between you and God. If you go out there, and I tell my daughters too, I tell them, it's your job, your duty as a woman to protect yourself during sex. Don't wait on the man to put on a breath. It's your job to protect yourself. And that's what I stress. Now, if they go out there and get a disease or get a fatal disease, that was on them because I told them. As I told them, warning becomes before destruction. People, we cannot continue assume that our teenagers know. You have to tell them this is what's going to happen when you stand outside and run with bad company. This is things that's going to happen. If you driving down the street as a young man, 17 years old, 16 years old, you got your own car, and you pick up for your homies, and you know they about that life gang banging. And now you get pulled over. Everybody jump out the car but you. Now there's guns and drugs in your car. You're going to take the fall of that. Because they didn't catch them. They caught you. So these are the things, parents, we need to tell our children. If they ask you where you ask them where they're going, they say they're going north, you're going south. Go the other way. Then you can always turn back and go back the way it was coming. So we have to teach our children how to identify people that's not good for them to be around. This bad influence. This is what's going to happen to you. My children will tell you, they never see me smoke drugs. They never see me drink alcohol, which I never did anyway. They never. Now, they drink, they smoke. I don't do it. I always have set the way I wanted them to be. I set an example in front of them. And if I did some things that I felt that wouldn't be pleasing in their eyesight, I definitely didn't do it. Definitely didn't do it. Definitely didn't do it. I said, you know what I'm doing now, I don't want my children to see me in this light, so I can't do this around them. Now remember, I'm adult. They're children. That's what I tell people. When you have small children and you decide to date the same people as you are, same sex, you shouldn't do that in front of your children. Now, you're grown, you have an option to do whatever you want to do. Give your children a chance to decide whether they want to be straight or gay. Don't force that on them. Don't bring that in front of them. I'm just talking truth now. I ain't saying what you can't do. You're grown. You can make your own decisions. I believe in freedom of choice. I believe in that. And also, I believe in there is consequences of choices too as well. So, young lady or young man, if you decided that you don't want to live the heterosexual life no more, don't live that lifestyle in front of your children. And you know what I'm talking about. Don't live like that in front of your children. Keep that hid from them. Okay? Do that. Give them a chance to live. Don't confuse the young children. I was in the flea market like about 6 weeks ago. And it was this couple, two females. They was a couple. She had a daughter, and the other couple had the other lady had a son. And the son kept telling the other woman, telling the other woman, you ain't gonna marry my mama. You ain't gonna marry my mama. Even, and I looked at it and I heard and I seen, I said, oh my God. He did not want his mama to be married to another woman. And I know we got off subject, but I had to bring the point out. The little boy didn't like it. So as an adult, I think that if she wanted to continue in that lifestyle, she shouldn't have never brought it in front of her child to do that. You don't want to confuse the children. Give them a chance to grow up and make them decide what they want to do. And that's the problem today that we're having in some of these homes. Parents are doing any and everything in front of their children. You're bringing men in 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You're thinking the children sleep. They're not asleep. They hear you in there screaming, hollering. They know somebody that's in that house. They know it. They can't see who it is. They hear the voices. They know it. Listen, and I'm going to tell you, it's not a good thing to bring different men in and out of your house. I don't care if your children sleep. It's not good. It's not good. Sleeping with this one and that one and this one and that. That's not good at all. I'm telling you, I was just reading an article the other day, clipping where a young man, an older man, he was dating this lady for 10 years or something like that. He wound up sleeping with a daughter and shooting her twice. The girl called the mom on FaceTime so she could tell the mom boyfriend, so on the phone, to leave her, get away from her. And I think she was at work somewhere or something. And he in her bedroom. And we have to be, as parents, as mothers, we have to be extra careful when we bring males around our children, when we introduce them. We have to be extra careful. If your partner, your male friend, I'm talking to females, get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, go to the bathroom, you get up with him too. Make sure he's not going in the room with your daughters or your sons, because you don't know what's in the minds and the hearts of these individuals. You thinking that you the prize, but you're not the prize in their eyes. Your son and your daughter is a prize to them. And you got some sick individuals out here. And they mom and they grandmama know they're sick, and they won't tell you to watch your children around them. They won't tell you. It's a family secret. At your cost, it may cost your son or your daughter to be traumatized for the rest of his or her life, or even death, because a monster is sleeping in your house and you're not aware of it. And don't get me wrong, Martin G. Johnson is not against relationship. I want everybody to be happy in love, but I want you to be happy with the right person, not with the wrong person. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for not interrupting me. And I just had to say that. It was on my heart, so I just released it. So whatever you guys do with it is on you. Yeah. All right, now. It's been 2 hours. Can I close now? Anybody want to say anything before we go? You're welcome. Then I'm going to close.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay. Anybody want to say anything? That's
Love
it.
the show as always, Martin.
Thank you, Roosevelt. I got your message, Roosevelt.
Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Love you, Martin.
Thank
Keep
y'all so
doing
much.
what you're doing,
Thank
honey.
you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Good
What
night.
you say, Martin?
Good night. Good night. All right. I already know what it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.